Hi everyone, Scott Anthony with Intermittent Fasting Unleashed, and I am taking a journey and I've lost 4 pounds just since our last video. How did I do it? I haven't even really done much. I really haven't exercised. It's really about thinking and mind control, and I think sometimes we get out of control when we let food take control of us. So today I want to talk about foods that tempt us and tease us. And I'll start with this meme that I saw just right before I came on to the video. And it's pretty funny because this guy is on a running track with food in his hand, but he's trying to cut back and diet. And behind him, just inches away, chasing him, is, you can guess, the clown character from a very famous fast food restaurant, chasing right behind him, tempting him with more food. And it seems like every time we try to lose weight or get healthy, that's kind of what happens. And actually it does happen because food kind of has a way of infiltrating and getting in between our lives and tempting us. Sort of like it shows up like the guy who's trying to sell you an extended warranty to your car. You know, just you unexpectedly turn around and there it is. And so part of what I want to talk about is the detoxing process before we ever start fasting. So I'm going through a fasting journey. I've done it before. I got out of weight, out of shape, and out of weight. And so I really want to get back on track. And I'm going to do it through small steps and small stages along the way. I'm so glad you're following my journey. But really the first part before you jump into fasting is detoxing, and I'll explain what I mean by that. But one of the things I want to focus on is how we see foods, our mental food energy that we give food. And we have to be prepared for the unexpected times when that clown starts popping out from nowhere. When does that happen? Well, for me, I know, I'll give you a couple of examples. One is a funny story. I used to do wedding photography for a long time, and I did about 40 weddings a year. Now, that's a lot of weddings. And somehow I had convinced myself that it was bad luck not to have a piece of the bride cake, the wedding cake. And of course, you have to have a piece of the groom cake to go with it. But this rule, I don't know where it came from. I just made it up on my own. And suddenly, the next thing you know, I'm eating a lot of cake. But we all live by these rules that either we've made up or in some cases other people have made up for us. I mean, who would be the jerk that wouldn't eat a piece of cake for a kid's birthday party, right? So we all are sort of obligated in some way, we feel like we are, to make a commitment or to take a bite when we really don't want to or shouldn't. So here's the thing, I want to make this very clear. I do not want to live in guilt. It is okay to have a piece of cake. It is okay to not say no and shut down everything. That's the problem with most diets, is it is all or nothing, and the sequence starts to go into this big circle where you really can't do it, and then you get really discouraged, and then you eat more. So what I want to do is just change my mindset, my thinking, which is already working, because I'm already starting to alienate myself from food temptations. And some of those could be different for all of us. For instance, I know that when I buy foods or cookies or snacks at the grocery store, if I put those in my front seat, they will be completely devoured before I even get home. So I put them in the trunk. I know that there's a lot of other places where I see temptations. I was at my favorite hamburger joint down the street, and they've got those amazing glass containers with the cake under it, you know, the glass lid that you lift and it makes that ringing sound. You can probably hear it. It's like Pavlov's dogs, and I'm on it. The cake isn't even very good, but it's so tempting. It's so pretty under the glass jar. You go into a movie theater, what do you see? The first thing you see when you walk in is a glass container, glass sort of a wall full of popcorn or candies, which is very tempting because we're going to be sitting in a movie. We're not really hungry, but we want to snack on something. And so the smells are really what gets us in a lot of cases. And think about real estate. They sell a lot of real estate. Even if you do apartment leasing and you're looking at apartments, someone has probably plugged in an apple pie smell, or they've baked cookies. All of that has been shown and proven to actually change the results they get in sales. When they do that, their sales completely go up because we are tempted by these smells and these aromas, and it feels like home. It reminds us of something. So think about the kind of ways in which you're tempted. It could be at a corporate party. The holidays around the corner here for me right now at the time of this recording. And there are corporate parties, there are cookies left out, there are potlucks brought in, there are celebrations. And so with that is food. And when there's food, there's unconscious eating that happens. So I want to make it conscious again so that I'm more aware of what I'm bringing and taking into my system. And that's really all I'm doing. I'm not even talking about exercise right now. I'm not even cutting everything out. I'm not probably eating the best. I'm just changing my portion size. So part of the detox process is reducing the portion size, but changing your mindset and being aware of some of those temptations. We'll also talk later about sugar and all of lots of questions that you may have, but you can find most of it right here in my book if you follow along with me. Look, if you decide to do fasting, go see a doctor first. It's different for everybody. Everybody's got different stuff going on. This isn't really about you. This is about my journey, and I'm glad to see you follow along with me and be part of this because it's really great. And I think in just a few weeks, I will drop quite a bit of weight and be feeling healthier. So again, it's all in my book. If you want to get that, there's certainly a link here, and you can also find it on Amazon. Until then, I will see you shortly on another video, and hey, hope you're doing well. We'll see you soon.